Who pissed in your cornflakes? By user the Quarantinian. 'Twas the night before morrow and all through the store were the gaggles of shoppers seeking iPhones and more. Not but a new charger was found on my list, when approached by another and man was he pissed. For yet a few minutes had I waited around, just biding my time till a shopkeep was found. As I stood by the register, just biding my time, when up came the man who started to whine. "Aren't you supposed to be helping me?" said he, no delay. "No," replied I, "no more did I say." He eyes blazed with fire, he clearly was miffed, but his patience was nil, his manners amiss. A minute then lapsed, assistance arrived, my charger procured, I made my goodbye. Then later I saw, by the checkout no less, my old surly friend, my life was so blessed. He glowered at me, but had nothing to say. I paid for my haul and then drove away. And on do I head to my next errand task and one final note, never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around and desert you. Customer gets angry and leaves store shouting because I don't work here, by user suicide. To preface this story, let me point out that this was the first time ever I was confronted with the idea that people might be so dense as to get really angry at somebody for not working there. It'll explain my reaction later in the story. So about a year ago I was at a tech store, selling cameras, smartphones, the like. Picture me dressed in thick winter clothing, browsing, as opposed to the sales team who all wear white buttoned short sleeve shirts with the company logo on it. A man comes up to me and demands help picking a new camera. I politely inform him that I don't work here, just another customer, but I can go fetch one of the employees to help him. I actually know some of the guys working there. Plus, I don't really know anything about cameras, I add. Typical, nobody knows anything, not my department, it's somebody else's problem, always excuses, he roars. Surprised by his sudden uproar and puzzled that he actually doesn't believe me, I start laughing at the absurdity of the situation and try to explain again that I don't work here. I mean, look at my clothes. You know, a big misunderstanding. We can sort this out, right? He completely ignores it. He starts shouting and swearing at me. What an outrage, he's so sick of the lack of customer service, he'll report me. Oh, how I will regret this. I can't keep my composure and start laughing in earnest now, this is just too crazy. He storms out of the shop, shouting, threatening with bad reviews online and mails and reporting this to my superiors. A few days later one of the guys gives me a call telling me they actually did get an official complaint, demanding I get fired to see justice done. Since then I have found this subreddit and I no longer wonder about this kind of thing. No, I don't work here. You okay? Anything I can do to help? By user Yatkali. The holidays are stressful, I get that. Even without the supply chain issues that have been happening all over the world, getting that perfect gift for your loved ones can be difficult. We've all heard the songs about trying to fight the crowds, about obnoxious relatives, the frenzy of getting that latest hot toy so one can look on proudly Christmas morning as your kids tear through the wrapping paper like a pack of consumer-driven Mongols. Sometimes, though, a little patience and a kind word can soothe the insanity. Which is how I found myself yesterday. Have the day off from my retail job, have already done my shopping and wrapping, and decided to treat myself to a movie. Our local theater closed during the pandemic, so the only option is about 20 minutes away in one of those pre-planned shopping villages. Along with the movie theater, there's restaurants, retail establishments, and a good-sized bookstore. I had some time to kill before my show, Spider-Man: No Way Home, for those wondering, so I'm at this bookstore, dodging the mad rush of people trying to get those last-minute purchases. I'm in the history section, seeing if there's any good WW2 books I don't have, and I notice that one of the tables is just a mess. No issues, I start straightening it up, sorting the books and helping my fellow retail employees. Now, I'm wearing a wool coat and a flat cap, and a mask. Nothing that makes me look like I work there. But since I've made the mistake of cleaning something, I'm now a target. Hey! I turn to have a smartphone shoved into my face, and my eyes cross. Help me find this. Whoa! I take a step back, and there's a very anxious lady, gesticulating with the phone wildly. I need this. Now. Slow down. What's wrong? I said, help me find this. Now. She's stressed out. Might look like a typical Karen, but I don't know her story. I don't work here. And before you say a word, I was straightening that table up because I felt like it. Now, let's try this again. What are you looking for? What do you mean, you don't? I cut her off. I mean exactly what I just said. I do not work here. But what are you looking for? She deflates, and is on the verge of tears. I need this for my kids. She holds up her phone. On the screen is Betrayal at House on the Hill. Good game. And I can't find it. My daughter just wants this, and I can't find anything in this stupid. I know where that is. Take a moment. Breathe. It's gonna be okay. She is just stressed to hell and back. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. She just keeps saying. I lost my mom to that stupid virus, and she wouldn't get the vaccine, and I couldn't even go to the funeral. She's trying not to sob as I guide her to the games. The spot for Betrayal is empty, but I find a copy in another spot before she has a meltdown. Okay, here you go. Anything else here you need help with? She's holding the box in her hands, fingers nearly crushing the edges. Why did you help me? She squeaks. I'm such a bitch. Because you needed help. Merry Christmas. She gave me a grateful smile and went to pay. No, I didn't get a pay it forward, I didn't get a free coffee, I didn't get a thank you from the employees. But that smile, to help a fellow human being in a stressful time? Worth it. TLDR, I just used some basic human kindness to help someone who was stressed to hell and back. Edit, holy cow, did this blow up. Thank you for the awards. I'll make sure to spread them to my fellow Redditors. Excuse me, I don't work he no please just let me miss I can't do th, by user superb _ meaning _ 4871. Okay, so for some background info, this is a really recent story, it happened like 3 days ago, and I was at Target. Also for some name tags, or whatever they're called, me equals me, CL equals crazy lady, M equals manager. Okay, so, it was cold outside and I was wearing a jacket and some black pants, so I get why she confused me for an employee. I was in Target, getting a buttload of snacks for my sister's upcoming birthday, updating you guys tomorrow after the party. I mainly got pizza rolls, cupcakes, cookies, and Kool-Aid. I was heading to get some little baggies and chocolate for the return gifts, and then was planning to get her a strawberry cake. I saw a kid around the age of 10/11 reaching for some Oreos, so I went and gave him some. He thanked me, and then walked away. Then CL tapped me on the shoulder a couple minutes later as I was picking out baggies. CL, hello? Are you going to help me or what? Me, oh I'm sorry, I'll just move out of the way, I was thinking she was talking to an employee nearby. CL, did you not just hear what I said? Me, oh I'm sorry I don't work here. CL, well it looks like you do. I saw you helping another customer, so help me. Me, at this point just like scared, not speaking. CL, well are you going to speak or what? Whatever. Just find me these things. Hands over like a 6419-363-1937 page list. Me, again, I'm sorry but I don't work here miss, walking away. CL, listen. I don't know who you think you are, but you obey me. At this point, she was basically digging her nails into my arm. I just flung back, hitting her nose by accident. This made Karen Lady enraged, and she threw her purse at me and oh my fricking god that purse was like 200 lbs so anyways, I just sorta went plop on the floor, as she was still screaming at me for being lazy, falling asleep on the floor, and being rude, all the while passerbys trying to stop her. A moment or so later the police were called, and hey race how it went, P equals police. P, okay, so, my name, tell us what happened. CL, what? You're siding with that lazy employee? P, no, we're simply interviewing her first. M, also, she doesn't work here. CL, well she still assaulted me. P, let her speak. Me, explain story. CL, she's lying. P, okay, well let's hear your story then. CL, tells what happened but says I hit her multiple times in the face and stomach. P, I'm not sure who to trust, may we view the camera footage? The manager agreed to show the police officer to camera footage, and the police asked me if I wanted to press charges, and of course I said yes. Again, updating you guys tomorrow on her birthday. I'm only holding this mop because I'm not a big jerk, lady, by user IDontWorkHereLady. TLDR, I took my 7mo old service dog in training into Costco with me and he peed in an aisle. Previously uninvolved employee walked over to badmouth fake service dogs to me while I was mopping it up. Pet tax from a month ago when my sweet boy passed his phase 1 test. We're in a Home Depot in the photo. His name is McCoy. https://mgur.com/a/gapsa. To start out, I recognize this was completely my fault. I normally ask him before we go into a building. This time I did not do this thing. Normally he'll let me know if he's gotta go, but it was busy in there and so neither of us were paying enough attention. Shit, and happens. Fortunately I was also with my partner, so I sent her to go find someone to help us clean up. Partner returned with some paper towels and said a mop/bucket was on the way with the first employee. Convo with first employee as follows. Me, here, let me. I feel bad. While reaching for mop. EMP1, oh, you don't have to, but they clearly did not want to be doing this thing, which, LMAO, fair. Me, I truly do not mind. I worked in food service for years, plus, absolutely my fault. Mop acquired. Employee awkwardly watched me mop before realizing they'd forgotten the wet floor sign, then left to retrieve it. At this point I have passed the dog to my partner so I could handle the mop. Both my partner and dog are walking to the end of the aisle to get our cart. I am then approached by the second employee. Conversation as follows, paraphrased because it was like a week ago at this point. EMP2, watching my partner walk out of the aisle, pulls down mask to quietly say, I don't know why, EMP1, didn't just ask her to leave. It's not a service dog if it pees on the floor. Me, he's in training. I did not remove my mask, and in fact leaned away, because I'm immunocompromised LMAO. EMP2, oh, well that doesn't mean he gets to be out of control. Me, he's only 7 months old. I forgot to ask him to go before we came into the building. EMP2, oh he's your dog. Proceeds to backpedal painfully with anecdotes about her chocolate lab who is so hyperactive and out of control. Me, yes, he's my dog. Partner, returns with dog and cart, doggo is being extremely chill, because he's actually the best boy. Who just needed to pee. EMP2, oh he's so mellow. Me, yeah, he's a good boy. At this point I fully turned away from EMP2 to pay attention to my good boy. EMP1 returned eventually with the sign. Partner, doggo, and I returned to our shopping. I am almost positive EMP2 thought I worked there because I was holding the mop. It certainly couldn't have been my maroon jeans, big baggy sweatshirt, brightly colored hair, and lack of name tag. At least I hope EMP2 thought I worked there. I can't imagine how uncomfortable other customers are when this person walks up to them and starts talking smack about random passersby.